Hi guys, how's it going? 2 more days. We just got to get through these 2 more days. Alrighty, so super chats. If you would like to super chat, there is a $sign under the chat window, and you can super chat, and I will read your super chat. That's the best way for me to get to read whatever it is to say whatever it is that you want me to say. So, uh, now believe it or not, there's a whole lot of bad advice in the Bible, and Solomon does not have a monopoly on it. No, today we're going to go to Jesus, or what they portray Jesus as. And so today we are going to Matthew, and we're going to verse 25. Therefore, I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? Okay, so let's stop there. I will say he does have a point about adding a single hour to our lives. No, that's not going to happen by worrying. But you should worry about tomorrow, especially right now. You should worry about what you're going to eat, what you're going to drink. How are you going to get your clothes? Am I going to have a job tomorrow? These are all the things that in this current atmosphere you should worry about. Hi, Mr. Shadow Kitty. So, no, Jesus, you should worry. And yes, I know that Jesus was an apocalyptic prophet. He thought that, you know, the world was going to end while he was still alive. I don't think he ever thought for one moment that the Romans were going to crucify him. Even though that's what it says. But we have to remember the Gospels were written well after Jesus' life. Well after. So, I think they're just making excuses. I don't think that the real Jesus, if there was a real Jesus, ever thought for one moment that he was going to be crucified by the Romans. So keep that in mind. And that's just my personal opinion. Verse 28. And why do you worry about clothes? See how the flowers of the field grow. They do not labor or spin. No, it's called evolution. Verse 29. Yet I tell you that not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. Which, by the way, the splendors of Solomon are probably well exaggerated. Verse 30. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow is thrown into the fire, will he not much more clothe you, you of little faith? So do not worry, saying, what shall we eat? Or what shall we drink? Or what shall we wear? Yes, you absolutely need to worry about those things. Because if you don't worry about those things, you're not going to plan for tomorrow. And tomorrow's going to come, and you're not going to have any money to buy food or to buy clothes. You absolutely should worry about those things. This is some of the dumbest advice, and I must say I've read some really dumb advice in the Bible. Hey, free spirit, but this is some of the dumbest advice you could ever heed in your entire life. You absolutely need to worry about these things. Verse 32. For the pagans run after all these things, and your heavenly Father knows that you need them. First of all, there's not a heavenly Father to know that we need these things. Absolutely not. And even if there was, like I've said very many times, you can get me to a deistic God. The if there is a deistic God, that God does not give two flicks about your needs. You need to look out for yourself and your family. That's it. Case closed. Verse 33. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. There's no kingdom to seek. All these things will not be given to you. You need to go out and get a job, or you need to go out and get unemployment, or you need to go on disability. One of these things has to happen, okay? Because it's not going to fall in your lap. Some magic sky genie is not going to make all of this fall into your lap. You have to go get it. Verse 34. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Yes, you absolutely should worry about tomorrow. You should worry about where you're going to live. You should worry about what you're going to eat. You should worry about what you're going to drink. You should worry about what you're going to put on. These things are not going to take care of themselves. You know, I've said this before, and I'll probably end up saying it again, but this is some of the dumbest advice I've ever heard. When I was drinking the Kool-Aid, it made perfect sense. Well, God's just going to take care of me. No, he's not. There's no God to take care of you. You got to take care of yourself. Let me ask you something. Has there ever been a person who prayed and food fell from the sky? Well, unless a bird dropped dead in the sky, probably not. That's practically the only thing I can think of where food would fall from the sky. No, somebody brings it to you. And a Christian's going to say, but he uses others. He uses others. No, he doesn't. If he wanted to feed you from the sky, and let's be very clear about what I'm saying here. I'm not saying a bird drops dead out of the sky. I'm saying a table is set for you from the sky, like Peter and his picnic blanket. That's the kind of thing I'm saying. He could do that if he existed, and he doesn't. Somebody always brings you something. That's what it boils down to. There is no God, not an all powerful one, not like this book is saying there is. You have got to take care of yourself, because nobody's going to do it for you. And you got to fight for yourself, because nobody's going to do it for you. And if you want to pretend that everything's hunky-dory, that you don't have to save up for the future, fine. Spend all your money and see how you do when you retire. See how you do when you retire. You may say, well, this is a different time and a place. Absolutely. Absolutely, this was a different time and place. But it is given as advice that is timeless, and it is not timeless. It's not timeless. And for anybody to say that it is timeless, they are hiding their heads in the sand like an ostrich or an emu or whatever else hides their head in the sand. They're hiding their head in the sand, and they're saying, you know what? We don't want to hear it, because we don't want to look that far into the future. Well, guess what? Not looking into the future is what got us here. And I'm not talking about just America. I'm talking about the world. Not looking into the future is what got us here. You think we're in a good place right now? You think we're in a good place right now? I don't think anybody would say that. Now, I have hope for the future. Absolutely, I have hope for the future. But right now, we are not in a good place. And planning for the future is what needs to be done, because that is the only way we are going to get ourselves out of this mess. You want to go ahead and think God's going to take care of you? You're more than welcome to it. But I guarantee you, he's not. I guarantee you, others have to take care of you if you cannot take care of yourself. And I know there are people who cannot take care of themselves and need others to take care of them. Does God take care of you if you can't take care of yourself? No. Somebody else does it. Somebody else you can see and feel and touch and talk to. That's who takes care of you when you can't take care of yourself. Get out of this delusion that there is a God who cares for you, because there is not. And let's get ourselves by the bootstraps and pull ourselves out of the hole that we have dug ourselves. Because that's the only way we're going to get out. This is true, free spirit. That's the only way we're going to get out. Free spirit, I will add, if he exists. That's my caveat. If he exists. So get off your duffs and do something about it. You want to take this terrible advice? Go ahead. You can take it. But don't come crying to me when you don't have anything to eat or to drink. Actually, I might give you something to eat if you don't have something to eat, because I'm just that kind of a person. But if you do not worry about what you're going to eat or what you're going to wear or where you're going to live tomorrow, it's not going to happen. You're not going to have clothes. You're not going to have food. You're not going to have a roof over your head. So get out of the woe is me mode and start doing something about it, because that's the only way any of us are going to make it through this alive. And of course, all of us are going to die one day. That's just a fact of life. And for those of you who think that you can ignore that we're going to die by pretending that, oh no, we're not going to die. Well, we're going to die maybe, but yeah, we're going to live forever anyway. That is a bold-faced lie. And that is what's gotten Americans here today. You need to pull your head out of the sand. Get your head out of your butt and start facing reality. Because the reality is, we only have one life. You have one life, and you better make it count. Because if you don't make your one life count, there's not going to be another life for you to make count. Thank you for being here. My um, links are not in the description yet, but they will be, I promise. So, yeah. Um, I'm sorry for being a bit uh, strict, I guess you could say. But this is exactly what we need because people want to go to Pretendville. And we can't do that anymore. So I will see you guys later and have a great day.